Rocket League's greatest prodigy, Zen, has just entered the RLCS. Everyone expects him to dominate, and all the spotlight is meant to be on him. But instead, everybody was only talking about one team.
Hogan Mode? Hogan Mode?
Hogan Mode.
Hogan Mode.
Hogan Mode.
Hogan Mode.
Bro.
Let's go. Let's do the Hogan Mode. He's got the winks out.
Give him the camera. There we go. I got him too, baby.
Let's
Hogan
go, bro.
Mode all the way, bro.
Let's go, bro.
So why was everybody talking about Hogan Mode? Well, let me explain. Hogan Mode was never meant to happen. It was a last-minute team formed only 2 weeks before their first RLCS event was meant to start. Eclectic is the only way to describe this team. It first consisted of Killa, who was actually a former world champion 4 years earlier, but nowadays was far from those heights.
Oh, I want to get 1700. I want to get up the rank. I see the French baguette. This is big fat 12-inch baguette in my ass. I feel like I'm mentally ill. I'm either gonna be the guy who'll be the vinegar, or you bringing the killer over and immediately dominate. He on gold, chat! He on gold! He on gold!
And with them, Growly and Resi, who had seriously struggled to make it far in any RLCS event they had ever competed in. And this strange band of struggling players played under a name inspired by Resi's last name, and the logo was a reference to how Scrub converted all these RLCS winnings into gold ingots as a future investment. So, as you can tell, this team was an absolute joke, so much so that people began hyping up this team as a meme.
They're the #1 team right now. Everybody's gunning for them because they're the team to beat worldwide. They're #1 on every power ranking, bro.
And they became the community's champions in many ways. And this led to their first RLCS event, and even with this hype, no one expected them to do anything.
Hogan Mode going up against monkeys.
Monkeys.
All right, monkey. Nobody believes in Scrub. Scrub, I believe in you. Show him, prove him wrong.
After all, they were up against a possible major contending team in Oxygen first round. There's no way they could win, right? To the shock of everyone, the team that everybody expected to lose had done the complete opposite against one of the strongest teams in Europe. But remarkably, they weren't done yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on in this region? Killa's back. He's fighting for a top 8 spot. This is borderline ridiculous right now.
It's a volatile. Hang on. Net up for the double. Didn't want to go for the easy goal, but only on the pre-show he was 20, and he's already 43. It's an amazing world. That's an amazing demo. Killa moves down the pitch on his mobility scooter and taps in the second for Hogan Mode.
Huge goal from the 61-year-old.
He didn't redirect goal. Yeah, fantastic movement as well on the pitch with Killa onto the back ball. Goes for that double. Goes for the dunk.
He's not just dunking his bickies in the cup of tea, he's dunking his opponents here on Utopia. How good, bro.
That was beautiful.
It's sensational to see. They picked it up ever since game number 2, the end of game number 1, and it's got offense. Right, this is
steps to end this series. Could this
There it is
be
again.
a Hogan Mode masterclass? It's a Resi fake. It's a Growly goal. They've returned the favour, and it's 4 for Hogan Mode. They're swimming at the camera. They're excited. They're saying, "Let's go."
Neutral game against KC, so make it a bit dirty on the field.
Oh, great! Oh, it's gonna go in.
Thank goodness for that. A minute left. It's time to see whether or not they can hold it. And KC they are punished. And a great Hogan Mode really made an effort for it. Got one of goal to send us on our way. And they are eliminated.
And although they fell short to the powerhouse that is Karmine Corp, Hogan Mode had shocked the entire Rocket League community, and all of a sudden found itself in the running to make the major. Yes, the meme team now found itself competing for a Rocket League major. A community joke had turned into one of the most entertaining and best teams in all of Rocket League, and everybody was behind this team going into the second event. All they needed to do was repeat what they had done in that remarkable first event, and they would give themselves the best chance to make it. And of course, Hogan Mode would start out strong by not even qualifying for the event. Oh boy. Yes, Hogan Mode didn't even qualify for the second event, bombing out in the Swiss stage before they could even reach it.
The biggest thing that happened over the course last weekend for Europe is Hogan Mode missed out.
Bro.
Yeah.
F's in the chat for Hogan Mode. It's just tough. It's just tough.
Which now meant for them to make the major, they would have to simply win the entire next regional, which for a team that had failed to qualify last regional would be easy, right? Well, Hogan Mode decided to make it 10 times harder by dropping their first series to Moist, which now meant that they not only had to win the entire event, but do it through the dreaded lower bracket. Being in the lower bracket all of a sudden meant that if you lost, you'd be out of the tournament. So for Hogan Mode, they couldn't afford to slip up if they had any chance of doing the impossible. And what is about to happen is why everybody remembers Hogan Mode.
I just can't believe we're back here. Hogan Mode, lower bracket time. It is so exciting. If this is not the team to watch, Johnny Boy, in all of the RLCS, I don't know who it is.
Too ridiculous to get 3 goals.
Yeah, they finally got a chance up front and haven't they? Made the most of it. Killa redirect off his bottom if you don't.
Double commits and disasters immediately resulting in goals against you. And that, has been no more obvious than these.
Don't let the ball get in their net.
Yeah,
Why have they?
It's changed. Resi! With a massive redirect, 1-0. That's unbelievable.
It felt like last game they were doing everything they could to not get it in. It's on pick-off straight away.
To win the series in one of the most stacked splits he's ever seen. Look at Growly go. Free play double for Growly, 4-1. Most of the time teams do this. It's very difficult to build up a story. Oh, what a shot by Growly. It's very difficult for teams to come together this late in the season and get as many fans as these guys have and really have so much of a story around them.
Hogan Mode's next challenge, however, would be the hardest they had ever faced. Their next matchup would be against Team Liquid, who was fresh off a top 4 placement at the recent Winter Major and was easily one of the best teams in the world. But Hogan Mode simply didn't care and was ready to pull off one of the biggest upsets in Rocket League history.
Amazing. Yeah, Hogan Mode versus Liquid is going to be the most mountainous mountain that Hogan Mode could possibly try and climb.
The wheels using them twice. Can he get thrice? Not quite that time, but he's still going. Gets the bump instead. Rezi's coming in. Where's Scrub? Oski isn't going to be involved at all. It's all Rezi.
Earlier on in their series versus Monaco, looked like one of the best players on that pitch too. He was, it seems like a man reborn, and Scrub Killa, he has been reborn. Saves as well. It wasn't just him, it was his teammate as well. Managed to tip it onto Scrub too. 0 seconds. Hogan Mode taking the first game, and Cole.
But Team Liquid would show them just how hard it was going to be.
I do think it's a little bit harsh. So now up for 1, the second, the third, the dunk is successful with Scrub Killa's there. Atto.
Rezi closed him down, but for my liking, Stumpy, Liquid getting a bit too many clean touches. It will eventually fall to a chance for Atto, and he will not miss. On the backboard. Let's say now defensively for Hogan Mode. He is the one who's doing the most work. He's doing most of the chasing, but it's never enough. When Oski gets the ball, Oski decides what's now. Oski with more clear touches. How is he doing this every single time? Hogan Mode can't
They are messing up. They are messing around. They are being silly. They are goofing. They are gaffing. Team Liquid 2-1 up in this series.
But remarkably, Hogan Mode wasn't phased at all.
The Mustang main is fun, and Scrub Killa passing that central finds Rezi.
from Hogan Mode. No, Scrub Killa waited, and they'll go again. Oh, but this is the one. It's
Rezi,
a bump from Rezi, and that is but a huge clearance comes in, maybe guaranteeing Hogan Mode this game, especially as Rezi completes the job, and it does go to 2 games each.
The timeout has been called.
I don't think they expected Hogan Mode to have this extra gear to themselves.
They've been shaken, but Hogan Mode are like a cornered Wolverine, and they are swiping
Out. They can drag Hogan Mode into something like that. They'll be more than pleased and back themselves. But Scrub Killa just prods it over the top of Oski. You don't need all the mechanics. And Oski, if you get the second touch here, he almost does. Scrub Killa reads it, gets over the top of that, and it's the return to the lead for Hogan Mode. Pumps it forward. Oski, what are you going to do? You've got to beat Rezi here. You haven't. Growly's coming in. Growly with the slowest finish of the season. Wiggle his way out of a tricky situation. The ball goes to Scrub Killa. Surely this one's going to end in Hogan Mode's favor. Atto up against Rezi. A chronic though, Stumpy. He can keep it up.
1 to the 2. Scrub's already up early as well. He's missed. Rezi to clear it to the side. The saviour for Hogan Mode. 3-2 in the series. Series point for the Liquid. Wait.
And
wait, what? Hogan Mode have called the timeout.
Has this ever happened at least in EU and AR?
Hogan Mode have just called a timeout after winning a game.
Oh my goodness.
Versus Liquid. Why? Why?
In probably the most bizarre decision ever, Hogan Mode had decided to take a timeout after they had won a game. You can't make this up.
This is brilliant. This is brilliant. I'm so happy. This is brilliant. Like, just the fact, this is so Hogan Mode. This is so Hogan Mode. Just be like, right lads, we just won a game. Do you just call a timeout because funny? Because it's just a bit funny.
And then they lost the next game. Nice. Which now meant they had just lost a game and had no timeout to think about how they could stop that from happening again.
A timeout would be invaluable right now for Hogan Mode, but they've used it after their win, and they've now just suffered the biggest loss of the series.
Hogan Mode took their tactical timeout before Game 6, despite winning Game 5, and now they have to suffer the consequences of rolling straight into Game 7. Can they step
It's
up?
got a different kind of pressure, and Liquid have been here before. A Chronic in 5 secures the first. Rowley and Resi. They have not been in this situation before, and they are thriving. Resi manages to secure a goal.
You pass, you do towards Atto. He's most likely might be about to put Hogan Mode away, and yes, he is. Just above his own goal. The scariest. To the centre. Here's Resi.
Oh!
And it actually sneaks in. Touch isn't perfect either. Scrub rolls one up. Growly has the pass, but the shot is ideal. Growly's following up. Growly's there! Growly fronts it home. Hogan Mode have the lead. It's Growly. How's your touch, mate? How's your composure? How much are your hands shaking? Resi's still forcing pitches. Hogan Mode don't care. They don't respect Team Liquid. They don't respect Game 7. They believe in themselves more than anything. But here's Atto. His touch is heavy. He's gonna hit the floor. Hogan Mode, unbelievably, are gonna take Game 7. Scrub Killer's back.
It is a muscular win for the boys.
Oh, look at him.
The Cinderella story. The run continues.
Hogan Mode had somehow managed to beat Team Liquid, and the Cinderella run was well and truly alive. But it would get even harder with them now having to come up against a familiar foe in Karmine Corp. Yes, that's the team that had smacked them in that first regional in dominant fashion, and was arguably the best team in the world at the time. It would be a miracle if they beat them, but as we know, if any team was going to do it, it was Hogan Mode.
All right, let's go, Johnny. Let's go ahead and see what they can do today.
Let's find out, bro. I'm telling you, bro. There's a good chance we're gonna see a Cinderella run, and it all starts now. Hogan Mode up against. Have you heard of this team? Who are these guys? Who are they playing?
No idea. Never heard of K-Corp.
It's going to be a walk in the park. A walk in the park for Hogan Mode. This is just the beginning. Everybody, sit tight. Get ready for an absolute masterclass by Scrub, Resi, and Growly.
But remarkably, power of Hogan Mode would phase even the very best in the world.
Whoa!
Now a straight whiz, Growly towards the net, and Mateer's there to save
It's
it.
the Hogan Mode effect, bro. They've got that, fear factor. They've got the triple threat, and everybody.
But in all seriousness, Hogan Mode was here to play.
Last few chances may belong to Hogan Mode. Scrub, top of the net. He's going to deliver a banger to tie it up. Press going. There's the bump. Here comes Scrub, and he will keep it in play. Resi's going to be...
Buying them so much time, and now Scrub Killa does follow up with a lot of boost. He's got Growly waiting in the middle. He goes for the infield pass, and it's a shot on target. Oh my goodness! Hogan Mode put it together. Oh, we just can't get enough of this team. Incredible stuff. I know a lot of you listening are probably thinking, what are they talking about? This is Karmine Corp. They can't be beaten by Hogan Mode. Who are these guys? Karmine Corp should win, if we're being honest, just for 1 second. And now we're going to be dishonest again. Hogan Mode are going to win. Yeah, great stuff there by the Hogan Mode crossbar. The fourth defender that they can always rely on. Growly fakes it. And Resi puts it up in.
With damage control, and Scrub wants to put this one
faking.
away. He doesn't have the boost, and there
Oh
he is.
my
He's going to make it 2-0 for Hogan Mode. You gotta be kidding.
A complete capitulation from Karmine Corp, who called time out. It's a good thing they did, because I think that Hogan Mode were about to do the same thing.
Karmine Corp was stunned. They couldn't believe they were actually losing to Hogan
That
Mode.
one cuts a little deeper than you might think.
Wow. He's separated himself from the situation. Menacingly standing there, probably just having a little bit of a, early life crisis, I suppose. Like, this is something Mateer has never processed before.
Meanwhile, Hogan Mode were doing Hogan Mode things.
And then you find yourself now 0-2 to Hogan Mode. He's got the weights out. Everybody.
Let's go his bicep.
You can't write that. You couldn't make it up.
Oh, this is just incredible. They're actually just flexing on Karmine Corp. He's got the pump now. He's going to look absolutely massive on the camera. Like, just center it in front of his own net there. Ooh. Now Hogan Mode. Oh, they've been caught out. What a shot by Exotic. It came out of nowhere.
Now we're not playing that game. Scrub to Growly. Growly
Oh.
net, and he will Vatira. Did he have any boost, or did he just not believe him?
And a 3v1, and they almost got scored on. Oh, here comes Vatira. Floor double tonight, but Itachi and Exotic are both there, and Exotic puts it in. Not an easy game. They had several incredible defensive reads. A lot harder to read the backboard above you. As we see there, Exotic with a miss. I mean, the tide. Karmine Corp playing a much deeper defensive play. Oh boy. And this
straight at Scrub Killa. Resi steals it away. There's time on the clock, and look at him chop it down to the floor. Hogan Mode up 3-1. KC backs against the wall. Certainly not a sentence I thought I was going to be saying today.
rises. And we were talking about the tension that got the better of Vatira, got the better of Karmine Corp in game 2. Double commit actually might play. Oh my goodness, the game works out for them. They can do nothing wrong. Karmine Corp are desperate. They are pushing. They're spending everyone, and that one will go through. Vatira, first then, Karmine Corp have increased the pace, and they are going to use those bumps and demos ahead of the ball as the time gets down. Towards the end of the game, Scrub Killa with a big pinch clear. It's in field. Vatira a bit too pressed forward though, not going to get on the end of it.
As 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Exotic down to Vatira. Here's Resi to block everything.
Surely achieves. This has to be it. There's no way that they score. Surely not. I think that's it. They're not going to catch it. Hogan Mode have eliminated Karmine Corp. The run is alive. The Cinderella story goes on. Can you believe it?
To the shock of everyone, Hogan Mode had actually taken down Karmine Corp. All of a sudden, that impossible run to the major looked more and more likely. And in a matchup against the current reigning world champions in BDS, Hogan Mode win in somehow as the favorites.
I believe Hogan Mode was not a favorite in any of your brackets.
Correct, Hogan Mode was not there. But you know what, Leaf? It's time, bro.
What is he doing?
Do it, come on, bro!
Oh my gosh, he's got the weight.
Oh, it's Hogan Mode, Corelli. What are we doing here? What are we doing, Corelli?
I got him too, baby.
Let's
Hogan
go, bro.
Mode all the way, bro.
Let's go, bro. BDS was thinking
99,
about World's Main,
100,
but now they're
101,
focused on now
102,
becoming another notch
103.
in Hogan's.
You're going to have to take this, man. This might be the best timeline in Rocket League esports history, ladies and gentlemen. It felt like it felt like a fairy tale that was never going to happen, but it might actually be happening. Hogan Mode take down K-Corp in 5, and now they've got BDS in front of them, and it feels like they're the favourites.
For those of you just joining us there, wondering
this is
what
open.
on earth is going on? Wait, oh, Crowley takes it himself. That's what each. Well, I'll get to that in a moment, because we got to break this down, bro.
Game in the first regional. Well, this time it was K-Corp that just won a game, and this time it's guess who, Mr. Kyle, the gold man. Into this match-like pressure, and Rezi with no boost, he stands around every single person on BDS. Trapped up third man again. It's a rinse and repeat scenario. Scrub throws it across to Crowley. They go to the pinch on the bar. Is it going to go in? I see it, but I just don't believe it. And now they've taken game 1 of the lower bracket final. Hogan Mode, is there anything this team cannot do?
I can't, but I don't go for these kind of plays unless you think you can do it. Now Scrub Killa's already up 1-0. They only took 12 seconds. All of the attention was supposed to be on Zen. It's Scrub Killa who actually managed to be the most talked about player. Is that him?
No way!
Oh my goodness! Scrub Killa? He's not the past. He's not the present. This lad might be the future. That was not the BDS we were expecting to see. Now it's the demo. Who's there with the follow? Resi!
You betcha, it's Resi, third goal. And Hogan Mode, the train is rolling all the way to the gold mine.
And just like that, the legendary Hogan Mode run finally came to an end. And afterwards, everybody in the Rocket League community felt a certain type of way.
But for Hogan Mode, it's like, we get them this one split, and then, I mean, we're not going to see them for a while. I think they said that they were going to stay together, or they're planning on staying together. I hope that this isn't just a flash in the pan. Like, because this team was fun to watch. They were fun to root for, too. And they were good. Like, they were legitimately good.
It was a very great, heartfelt performance. And honestly, they look like a really good team. So I do hope to see more of Hogan Mode.
Unfortunately, Hogan Mode wouldn't end up sticking together, splitting in the early months of 2024. And I think that's really a shame, because this team stole the hearts of the entire Rocket League community, beating some of the best teams in the world in one of the most remarkable runs in Rocket League Esports history. No team has ever been able to do that, and I think that's what makes Hogan Mode such a special team. I think I speak on behalf of everyone when I say that I wish Hogan Mode would get back together. Scrub, Growly and Resi, if you're watching this, bring back Hogan Mode, even for just one split, because Rocket League Esports needs more moments like this. Thanks for watching.
Bro, I need that boost, bro. I can't get that ball, bro. What's
I'm up, I'm going. Resi, go for the ball, lad.
Bro, I can't
Resi,
go
get out
for it,
first.
bro.
I'm up, I'm
Bro,
demoed.
what's happening, bro?
Oh, bro, what are you doing, bro?
Oh, bro, that was not golden. That was absolute copper.
Need to boost, like.